Hey guys, welcome back to KB and JD podcast. Today we have another guest speaker. This is our bestie Ty.
What's the word?
You want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Well, how y'all doing? What's happening? My name is Ty Fairley. I'm a five-time World Series champion with the Yankees. Retired this past year. All right,
There you go.
Let me stop. I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. I went to Saxe High. Played ball most of my life. Whenever I left high school, played JUCO ball for 2 years, baseball. Stopped playing when I got to PV this past year. Construction science major, minor in architecture as well. Like to lift a lot. Kick it with my boys. That's about it.
Okay, so we hang out at Ty's house like a lot, and we always have conversations about everything under the sun. So this is kind of like feeding off of a conversation we had at your house about gender roles and relationships. And one of the biggest things that we had talked about was I don't want to say letting, but preferring if your wife works or not,
right,
if you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
So would you want your wife to work when you get married?
I want her to strive for that. Like, it's like a type of thing off rip. Like, if I meet a girl and I'm like, hey, so what's your aspirations? Like, what you want to do with your life? And the first thing you tell me is I want to be a housewife. Like, you got to bounce. I ain't going to lie to you. You got to bounce. But it's like if things roll that way, I'm making enough money to where I can provide for the both of us. We got kids at the house type deal that you need to take care of. You know, they young. We got 3-4 kids, whatever it is. Then, I mean, it's cool. So it's just really, it just depends on the situation. But, like, off rip, like, I do want my wife to work. So
like, if you're married,
yeah,
and, like, say you are, like, rich as hell. Like,
right,
you
right,
make all this money.
type B.
And, like, your wife still wants to go and work.
Yeah.
Like, while your kids are at school and all of that, like, you would let her do whatever she wants.
Oh, for sure. Because, I mean, I look at it like this. Like, college is a scam in the first place. So it's like, look, if you're going to pay all this money to go to school, and, I mean, you going to school for something big, like, I mean, regardless of what it is, whether it's marketing, anything from marketing to pre-med, if you spent the money to go to school, you might as well utilize it. I mean, you got a degree sitting at the crib collecting dust. Like, shit, yeah. I mean, so, yeah, that's my opinion on that for sure.
So, like, what if your wife, like, never went to college, right? But what if she wants to go back to college? Like, what if she want to go do college? But, like, she already got kids and all of that. Like, would you be okay with her, like, going back to school or, like, continuing that?
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever she want to do. Like, if she came to me one day and she like, Ty, look, this is what I want to do in my life now. Like, of course, maybe something happened, you know, while she was younger. She didn't have the time to be able to go to school. And now she does have that time because our kids are that of age, or, you know, they are able to be taken care of by somebody else. It's like, you know, might as well. We can pay for it. So, I mean, do you, boo? It is what it is. Do you?
What do you think, Kim?
I mean, personally, like, when I get married, like, I mean, obviously I want to be rich. Like, I want to have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I want me and whoever I'm with to also, like, I want us to both be successful, but I want it to be where we're both able to do what we want. Personally, like, the career that I go into, I want it to be my passion. I want to love what I do. And personally, I feel like if you love what you do, it's not a job. So, I mean, I don't care how rich we are. I want to do what I want to do. Like, I want to love what I do and go help people every day. Like, it really, for me, it don't come down to, like, the actual work aspect. It's like, yeah, we have money, but it's like, why stop working? Because I came from a very, like, hard-working family. Like, all we do is work. Like, that's what we do.
That was one thing, like, whenever I was growing up, my pops, like, you know, of course I wanted to be like him. Like, I wanted to be an engineer, like, my whole life. Till, you know, I actually saw what it took. And I was like, you know what, I'm okay. Like, I had to take my own branch. But it's like, and one thing he told me, he was like, look, I don't care what you want to do with your life, bro, but, like, don't look at the money aspect. Because, for one, you got to go to work every single day. If you sitting there chasing a check, like, it's going to get tiring after a year, 2 years, and you're going to want to do something else with your life. Like, so, I mean, look, the money will come with it. If you know how to manage your money and have your money make money, it don't matter how much you making. Like, people make a ton of money. Athletes make a ton of money and go broke in 2 years because they don't know how to keep it. They don't know how to flip it. So, I mean, it's just, but yeah, like, a lot of people get lost in that aspect of, like, oh, yeah, like, I want to make so much money, I want to do this, I want to do that. But it's like, how you going to keep it? You feel me?
Yeah.
So.
I feel like right now, like, where I'm at in life, all I care about is making money.
For
but
real.
at the same time, but my
age.
parents also taught me, like, how to save and invest and all of that. So it's like, when I get older, obviously, I'm going to know what to do with my money. So, but, like, right now, I'm just like, oh, I want to make money, but that's because, you know, I'm not in my career yet. I don't even have a degree. So, like, it's like, might as well.
We at the age right now where, like, I can be like my pops and, like, he has to have a plan for everything. Like, he want to save this and that, do this and that. My mom's was like, look, dude, like, you're in college. Like, when you get to that point in your life where you graduate, you can start moving that way then. Like, read the books you do, listen to the podcasts you do now so you have the knowledge, so you know what to do off rip whenever you get out. But right now, like, spend the bread. Don't be stupid, but, like, spend the bread you want to. Like, go have fun.
That's
do that.
what I'm saying. Like, you make money so that you, like, some people get so caught up in, I'm not even going to say necessarily saving, but in just, like, I don't want to touch my money at all.
Right.
It's like, so you're working hard for what? Like, you're not doing anything with that money. Like, so many people get caught up also in, like, adult life, get caught up with work. It's like, I don't want to take a vacation. I don't want to do this. So what are you working for? You just working
for enjoyment. Like, people lose that a lot of the time. Like, and one thing you'll learn is, like, people don't work for money. They work for time. Yeah. Whenever you make a lot of money, you have the time to be able to do the things that people do. Go on these vacations that everybody go on and do stuff like that.
I just want y'all to know, Jada is a very firm believer in money comes back. Like, especially, like, me and Jada, we be spending so much money, especially on food. But I'm a treat yourself kind of girl, so, like, I'm gonna spend the money.
Do what it do.
For me, it's like, I'm 19.
Right.
This is the only time in my life, like, from what I'm looking at it, this is the only point in my life where I don't have too many responsibilities.
On me.
There's no point in me stressing myself out like, oh, I don't want to touch that because, like, there's nothing to be worried. I'm not a big worrier. I'm like, things will fall into place. Like, I'll never be super worried. But I am, like, right now I'm at the age where I'm, like, trying to build my resume, like, experience, learning new skills, stuff like that. I'm not too worried about, like, just working as much as I am, like, building that resume. So yeah, I'll spend the money
for sure. I'm knowing.
Okay, so obviously we've already talked about, like, you know, working. So what do you plan to do in the future to provide for your family? Like, when you have a family, like, what is, like, your main...
Wait, before you ask that, I was gonna say, both of y'all want families? Like, what's your ideal family? Because, like, me, I've never, like, wanted kids. Like, I can't even really see myself getting married for real. But, I mean, that's a possibility for sure. Like, I would get married. I'm not against it, but the kids...
So you telling me you don't want no seed of your own, like, no nothing? So you just want dogs and cats and lizards?
I don't even like pets. I like cats.
She will be alone.
What do you like?
Money. Myself.
So for the next 80, bro, you gonna get to that point. Right now, you in a phase, bro. You in a phase right now, bro.
But watch,
I promise.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I couldn't really, like, I don't want to say I couldn't see Jada with kids, but, like, at the same time, it's just like, I don't know if
I've been saying this since I was little.
I don't know if I could see her with kids. Like, I could see Jada being alone or, like, just, like, having, like, a significant other and, like, they just
your man's finna want kids, though. That's the thing. You ain't gonna meet a dude that's not gonna want kids.
But I'm not finna be with you if we have different ideals. Like,
so off rip, first date. Hey, look, you wanna have kids? He said, yeah. Boom, you going to the crib.
I don't think it would be like that. But it's just like, I'm not getting married to you. I'm not getting married to someone who wants kids. I'm not giving you kids.
That's crazy.
Everybody says that, but, like, you know, when you were like, when we little and you play house and stuff, I was always like, I don't want no kid. Like, I don't want a baby doll. Like,
so you basing this off of Barbies?
Basically, no. But I'm just saying, like, everyone's always said you're gonna change, and people they've been telling me that forever.
You will, bro. You're going to hit that point. I promise. I promise you're going to hit that point. Because that one dude is going to make you change your mind. I promise.
But you know what?
I promise on my life.
I was told one time that you shouldn't let, like, a man, like, that shouldn't be a good reason to have kids.
What? Because your dude want to?
Yeah, that's not a good reason to have kids. That's what I've been told, because it's like,
okay, well,
I feel like
that's different.
You want kids. You're having kids because you want to make someone else happy, and that's gonna be a lot on the kid.
That is true, because that's how people end up in divorce.
But I also feel like I feel like it's more like it's different. I feel like it's kind of different than what you're saying, because like obviously you don't want like the person to be like, oh, I want to have kids, and that's why you have kids. But if you're really like in love with somebody, it might actually change your mind. Like you might be like, oh, like I do want to start this stuff with another person. Like I really do want. I want
really
to.
Like, I talk about it so much because I also don't think if you're in love with somebody, it should be like, I want kids even if you didn't want kids. I just think it's a lot of pressure on the kid once the kid comes, because it's like, at the end of the day, your whole life you grew up, you didn't want kids. Like, obviously, if my mind changes at like 25 or something, then it's like cool. But if I'm still like, I don't want kids, and then I fall in love with somebody, and then I'm like, all of a sudden I want to have kids because I want something with them type, like, I don't know. I still think it would be a lot on the kid, but I don't know. Yeah. We'll see.
What's your
ideal family?
Yeah, what's your ideal family type?
She's blowing me at the water right now, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It's blowing me. My ideal family, so like, what you mean? Like, where?
Like how many kids you want?
Like, what are you looking for in life?
Let me see. In life, I want to be successful.
Period.
Successful. So, everybody got their own aspects of successful. Some people think it's money. Some people think it's whatever it is. But, like, for me personally, like, I want to be able to have the time to do what I want and make everybody around me happy. Like, people tell you whenever you make it to the pinnacle, you're supposed to reach back. So hopefully I want to get to that point to where I am able to, reach back. Because, like, within my major, it's a predominantly white major, stuff like that. But all these people that graduate from here and they make it, they start owning their own companies and stuff like that. First thing they do off rip is come back to PV like, hey, let's go. Like, y'all need a job. But, like, for me personally, that's why. So, like, whenever I get out, so my ideal family, let's see, 3 kids, about $15 million mansion. Nah, we living comfortable, like off rip when I get out of college. Like, I'm going to be reasonable if I'm only making $90K a year, I'm not going to go try to throw down on a $500,000 house, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest, like, I want to live in Austin when I first get out. I want to marry somebody who, is ambitious. Like, that's one of my biggest things. You got to, I don't care if you're a teacher. I don't even care if you're a neurosurgeon. But you got to be the best at whatever you do, you feel me? Like, just work hard, get your bread. But, yeah, like I said, like, whenever I get out, I want to be a project manager, do that for, 10, 15 years, get my feet wet, kind of make my contacts with subcontractors and stuff like that. And then I want to use my minor in architecture and try to own my own design-build company. Try to start that with one of my classmates, something like that. Whoop-de-whoop. Take it from there. So,
period. He sounds like he has the whole thing planned out.
I try my best. I try my best.
I feel like for me, I mean, obviously, I want to be successful. For me, that's kind of just like succeeding in my like field of like career or whatever. Because I want to be a physical therapist. Mm-hmm. I really don't know where I want to live yet. I say California, but that's kind of like changed around. But I don't know. I just want to, be with somebody, kind of explore, have fun for a little bit, go travel, because I love to travel. So it's like I want to be able to do that first without kids so I can, have fun. And then once I have kids, like obviously I want my kids to have, whatever they want. I really want to spoil them because not spoil, but, be able to provide for my kids. Like, I don't want to give them everything because I want to teach them, like, hard work and all that. But I think I want, like, 2-3 kids. But that's because I grew up one of 3. So it's, like, I feel like that's just a very good, like, dynamic.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just be successful. When I get older, though, like, I want to be rich, y'all. Like, rich. And I always tell Jada this, and she always is like, what?
It's just like, because me, listen, I've never been like the type to be like, I wouldn't say concerned about money in that aspect, but for me, it's more I want to be like, when I think rich, I think like cash money. When I think like I want to be like wealthy to the point where it's like I have
you
like
comfortable, you have what you want,
and
like
I'm investing and
right,
I'm wealthy and like I have a lot of knowledge. Like I'm the type I'm like I want to be wealthy, but like when I think of rich, I think of like rappers and like money.
I feel like for me that's
what most people think
I
of.
guess like then I mean wealthy, I guess, but I mean I want to be both. I want to have money, like, but I want to have the things that I want, but I also want to have money because like when I get older, like my goal when I am like in, around the age of retirement, like I want to have a big house. I want to. I mean, a nice house. Like, I want to be able to, like, design my own house, have, like, my dream house. I want to have 3 cars.
For me, that's,
listen,
like,
that's the part for her. Like, I want, but listen,
rich,
because I've always grown up.
You personally have 3 cars?
I want 3 cars. Yeah. No, like, I want 3 cars. Well, one of them will be a family car. I want a G-Wagon. That's a family car.
Oh, gotta have a G-Wagon.
And then I want a Camaro. That's my car. Like, I just drive that around. That's my luxury. Well, not luxury. That's, like, my everyday car. Yeah. And then I want, I want a Bentley. That's like my luxury car. Like that's my shit. Like I only drive that around.
See me on the type. Like I could be super wealthy, and I think I'm still gonna want a regular car, regular clothes. Like
do y'all know the richest people?
You don't know the rich.
Oh, they
just have no idea. They be in a Hanes t-shirt.
Rich.
Yeah.
That's
for me, it's like I don't know. I just want to have. I mean, look at me now. I mean, I have nice clothes, but like I just be wearing like what I want, right? But I have clothes that I can put on. Like I could put a fit on, right? But my thing is like I just want to be able to have everything I want to have. I mean, I'm low key a materialistic person. Like
everybody is in some sort of way. Like,
I strive to. Those are just dreams. Like that's stuff that if I can do it, why not? Obviously, I still want to have money that I can pass down to my kids, like stuff like that. But like. If you have money, then why not? Like that's my mindset. It's like, I mean, I'm not going to waste all my money on those things, but treat yourself.
Splurge a little bit.
Yeah.
Splurge a little bit here and there.
But like my main goal obviously is going to be like the big things like, getting my kids to college, paying for bills, obviously a house, stuff like that. I'm not going to go buy a car first. Like that's not going to be my first purchase. But, if I get there.
That's one thing off rip is like, that's why I'm trying to, I had like in this enlightenment period and like, October, September, where, I started getting into podcasts, started reading, and like the amount of knowledge and game that's out there that people don't even tap into for real is nuts. Like, but like one thing, like the biggest principle I done learned throughout all of this is just to reiterate on what I was saying earlier, like you got to enjoy what you do. Like that's the first thing is like enjoy what you do. And then everything else will fall in place. Because like if you enjoy what you do every single day and you good at it on top of that, the promotions and everything like that is gonna come behind it, and it just so happens you turn around, you're making what $130K, whatever it is, like. So I mean, yeah, that's where I'm at on that.
Yeah, and I feel like I always say like I want to be rich, and like obviously I don't want this to be true, but like I always be joking and saying like I want to be richer than my husband. Because, that's how you really know you successful.
That's a good goal.
Like, if you're richer than your husband, then but like, maybe get a little butthurt over that. Because, they obviously, they want to be the breadwinners. They want to be the ones that are really, like, running the stuff in the house. So, but I just feel like that shouldn't really be an issue. I feel like, why are you upset if your wife is making money for y'all? Because for me, like, the money I make, if I'm in a relationship, like that is our money.
But to
say, so it's like, why are you upset if I'm making more or less money? We're both making money. I'm not gonna walk around to. Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna walk around to my friends. I'm not gonna walk around to my friends. Yeah, I make $150,000 a year. He only make $100. Like no, like I'm not like
because my dad went through that with my mom. I ain't even gonna lie, But I mean, he used to take his from his friends. But I mean, it wasn't like he was a janitor. He was an engineer. My mom's a doctor. So I mean, it was just like. Yeah. What your wives do? Look what mine do. What you mean? Like, we got kids together. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, they got their separate accounts, of course, or whatever. But together, I mean, like, that's why it's really not a trip. Like, y'all love each other. Y'all supposed to be together, whatnot. Like, y'all not worried about no bread. The bread gonna come with it. But y'all doing your own passions and whatnot, so.
Yeah. I feel like that's just, like, something that should change in society. Because I feel like men always say that they want a successful woman, but then they get upset when they're a little bit more successful than them. And like, I feel like for me, that's one of the reasons why it'd be so hard for me to like get in relationships with guys like now because I play sports, I do things, I'm successful now, like I'm winning awards, I'm doing stuff like that. They might be also doing that, but like, you know, they be like, oh, like
it's not fun for a lot of dudes. That's gonna be a maturity thing, though. Yeah, because the more mature dude, he gonna understand what he got, what's in front of him, and where he going. So like he gonna be happy for you in the moment, and he expect you to support him type beat.
Right.
But I mean, but then you got them little boys y'all be running around with. Of course, they gonna be upset.
Who is y'all, Ty? Who is y'all?
I got them little boys, and they gonna be upset.
I'm not gonna say I haven't dated, some little boys in the past.
On me, look,
they just was,
it's a part of life.
Very immature. But it's just like I feel like that just needs to change, like in society. Just not really looking at the whole, like who makes more money, this and that thing. And girls do that too. Girls would be like, oh, he don't make enough money for me. Like that.
I'm knowing.
My thing is like, me personally, like if we're happy together and we can become successful together, then like it works, you know? But I feel like there's just like these roles that people play into. Like, oh, a woman has to do this, a man has to do this, and like that just.
Jada, what you think about? You think you got to make more than your man, or what? Are you sure?
That's like never a concern for me because at the end of the day, if I'm with somebody, I would say I'm very entrepreneurial. So I would want to own a business with whoever I'm with. So then it would be like almost a 50-50 thing, anyways. But like going into a relationship, if I'm making a significant amount more than you, depending on the age, that might be a red flag.
I feel like for me,
hold on, I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this from y'all. What's the oldest y'all would date, like above y'all? How many years? Because I be hearing crazy ranges.
Right now, okay, like in general.
Yeah, in general, like in life, like your husband could be how many years older?
Okay, well, I'm 18 right now.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to say like the oldest I'll go is maybe 20.
I go
23, 24.
I go
that's
23
what.
Right
that's
now.
what 5, 6.
Once I hit
like 5, 6 years.
Pop that 25. You're crazy, but
20. No. If a 25, 23, 24.
If a 25-year-old
no,
to be with an
the math.
18-year-old,
Listen,
flag,
the math was not mathing in my head.
The math
wasn't mathing in my head. 23, 24, because that's like 5, 6 years. That's the oldest I will go.
Okay, respectfully, I can do that.
Mine's 23 right now, because I feel like that's 4 years. But once I hit probably like 25,
like
I'll go like 5, 6.
5, 6. I ain't gonna lie. 5, 6 is reasonable.
I don't know if I could be in my 20s dating a 30-year-old though.
Like 25 dating a 30-year-old?
Yeah, like that's prime. Like
I feel
like living. Huh?
Like,
no, I don't want to be in the streets. But I'm just saying, like like going out with your friends, like clubbing and. Just
at 25,
going,
I'm not
going
clubbing.
out.
So.
Well, not like clubbing, like not
not
like clubbing like how we be clubbing now, but like like clubbing like going out with your friends, like on the weekend, stuff like that. I feel like 30-year-old, like once you hit 30, like that's kind of like, I mean, yeah, you can still do that, but it's kind of like
earlier than that. I ain't gonna lie to you, because you graduate around that 22, 23 range. You gonna get that out. About 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. That 25 age is
like when you're 25, it's like, all right, it's time to get in my bag. And it's like, you don't know who God gonna throw at you, because I mean, you mess around, meet the love of your life off rip.
Yeah.
And what you gonna do? Hey, give me like 2 more years, bro. Give me like 2 more years. I'm finna go to the strip. Like, give me like 2 more years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like 5, 6 years older than me. I think like I would also be open to dating somebody like younger than me, but only like couple months, but that's because no, like you gotta be like y'all have to remember, like I'm 18 right now, like I feel like it depends obviously on the person. Like if you're mature enough and you can show me that, then like why not? But like it's gotta be like no more than 6 months younger than me.
It's one of them things though, Jada, you meet a dude, y'all get to talking, whatever, you like him a lot, and then you find out 3 weeks later that he's younger than you. Damn, what?
18 and a half.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Here's the thing though, because I've never met you. People say this mature thing. It will take me to see someone who is mature and younger than me, because I already feel like this sounds so cliche, but I already feel like I am mature for my age. So if I'm already mature and then I'm dating someone who's like, I don't even want to date someone who's necessarily equally yoked. I want someone I can really learn from, like, type shit. So it's like,
I feel like
I feel that. Though.
I feel like all women
I
are
ain't
really
gonna lie,
like
that's
mature.
Good. That's game.
well,
obviously women are
brains
more
mature
mature than men,
faster.
but I feel like, I feel like I'm more mature than
That's
like
why,
for my age,
that's
like
why I can't date
than
anyone
most
younger.
people.
I
But
would really have to see that to like.
yeah,
For
I feel like that's why it's never like worked out with somebody younger than me. But I'm not gonna say like, I mean, they be okay for the first like couple months.
Okay.
She just taking
They be
L's
okay.
just cause.
But like, I don't know. I mean, if you can show me that you're mature enough and you're like, you know, you can handle it, then it's like, why not? Age really isn't really like a big factor for me, unless it's outside of that 5-6 year range. But
none but a number.
Ty's really feeling this
It really,
right now.
it really just depends. Like that, like I said, like it's the same way with dudes. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Most dudes, they just.
Well, that's because like most guys don't like finish maturing until they're like 25.
That's nuts. 25, no.
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
I say
I
like
mean, that's when your
brain stops developing.
So.
Women is like
it's like 20,
like 19, 20, I think.
Yeah,
so
20.
I gotta wait 5. Like that's why my range is 5-6 years. Because like, listen, like I could date somebody that's, you know, if I'm dating you, like you're just as mature as me.
Wait, do y'all think
5-6
maturity
years.
comes from experience or age?
I think it comes from a lot of things. I think you could be mature in experience with life. I mean, some people have to mature faster than other people. Also, how your parents, you know, raised you can make you more or less mature. Because, you know, like if your parents never disciplined you, you just gonna go out and do whatever you want. That's, you know. Also, age, obviously, as you grow up, but that also goes into experience. So I feel like it really is just different for everybody, but the biggest thing is definitely like what people experience in life.
Yeah, to be honest, age don't even. I done seen some childish 24, 25-year-olds.
I don't think age has anything to do with
Every time I go back to the crib from college, they in the same seat at the same bar saying, "What's up, Ty, bro? What's up?" Like, bro, you've been here for the past 5 years in that same chair, bro. Like, what's up? But so really, I think, like, for me personally, I was pretty mature for my age, starting out pretty early, but that's because I got a good background. I got good parents at the crib who taught me wrong from right early on. And then I was able to be conscious myself. Don't get me wrong. I was still, you know, making mistakes, all of that. But I knew better. I was still, you know.
Did it.
I just do it anyways.
But that's part of growing up. But I
Yeah.
feel like how your parents raise you definitely has, like, it plays a very big part into how mature you are and your maturity in life.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Or the lack thereof. I feel like parents who don't necessarily raise their kids come out super mature because it's like they
Yeah,
They
that's
got
what
it
I'm
on
saying.
their own. They had to get
Experience.
it on
Like
their
these
own,
people
yeah.
that, like, their parents just, you know, left them to just
They had
take
to
care of
grow up
themselves,
fast. They had
right?
to grow up fast.
Right. That I just feel like maturity is just experience thing.
For sure. For sure.
But
I feel like that's a wrap.
I feel like that was a very good conversation. We about to just keep going and going and going. But yeah, I think that'll be all for today. Thank you so much, Ty, for
Appreciate y'all having me,
being on our
ladies. Y'all the
podcast.
realest.
Yep. Come back next Friday for our podcast.
So y'all be here.
Bye.
Bye, guys.